Sorry, running a little behind today, but that's okay. That's why you're not getting the pre-stream screen. You guys should feel so privileged right now. All right. Spidey, welcome in, man. First one in today. Oh. You know what? I'm going to turn the lights on. I'll be right back. That's better. What's up, Wolverine? What's up, Knife? How are you, man? Ah, welcome in. Welcome in, guys. Oh, crap. Hold on. Hold all that thought. I need to go switch my laundry over to the dryer. Give me like 2 seconds. Well, a little more than 2. You guys know. Okay. Sorry about that, fellas. We're here. I just know if you're just getting here, I had to go put some clothes in the dryer. I know myself, and I know if I put that off until after stream, it's not getting done. So I made the adult decision to go get those clothes in the dryer. Anyway, welcome in, guys. Looks like a lot of people stopped by in the meantime. Samir, what's up? Also, by chance, am I at liberty to say what my CS friend does for work? Honestly, I don't know what he does. I'll be seeing him on Saturday for our fantasy football draft. If I remember to, I can ask him. But yeah, I really have no idea. What's up, Sheep? I'm wearing glasses now? Yeah, I'm a different man. I just felt like switching it up today, man. Wear the blue light glasses, protect my eyeballs a little bit. Honestly, I probably should, like, get in the habit of doing that. It'd probably help. How did curing homelessness go? It went well, but we're not quite there. Marlon, thank you for the follow. There's still a lot to be done. Unfortunately, I thought I could do more than I could. I did. Warlock, what's up? Widow, welcome. Vitali. Isn't tomorrow Retribution Week 3? I think so. Nerd Dizzle. What's up, Otis? Word on the street, or word in the grapevines, there's super secret exclusive drops here. That's correct. What's up, Abyss? Glasses look good on me? Thank you, Tanae. My wife says the same thing. Is 30,000 units good for banquet? Yeah, I would say so. I would say so. I always tell people the more the higher number you can get, the better. But I think 30,000 is probably a pretty good spot to be. Pretty good place to be, in my opinion. So. Also, let me know if I am like quiet for you guys at all, because I did move my microphone to a place that's like really out of the way. And honestly, if this spot works, that would be so nice, because as it sits right now, I have to just move my mic all over the place all the time, and it kind of drives me insane. So if this is a good like mic level, let me know. Act 7 is super easy compared to Act 6. See, I told you, it just gets easier. I honestly think after Act 6, the game is... It plateaus. Like, I don't feel like anything is super crazy. Ooh, you got the 1,500 units from raid chests? Very nice. I need to go see... I might actually hop into raids today. I don't know where my raid group is at right now. Yeah, congrats, Knife. Good job on getting by the Grandmaster. There's a hint. It's a hint of distant sounding. It's not quiet, it just sounds far away. Okay. Let me see. Can I move this? Hold on. Man, I just don't like where my mic is. Does that sound better, chat? The thing is, this isn't even a permanent spot. It is for if I'm playing with a controller, though. Does this sound like closer? I don't really know. Samir Zamini? You have 300 units per banquet. How quick are you? I mean, it depends. How's the credit card looking? No, so if you can finish like most of the milestones for the arenas every week, you can get about 1,000 a week. You still have plenty of time. The issue with you is your account is pretty new, so arena milestones are going to be a lot more difficult. If you really wanted to absolutely no life it though, there is a pretty good amount of time if you started right now. I would just focus on getting your account progressed though. I mean, definitely save up for Banquet, because I think by then you'll probably be Valiant at least, and you'll get better rewards, I think. I look like your uncle with glasses on. I'll take that as a compliment though. I bet your uncle is super cool. I always think this is my version of Cheers. Sometimes you just want to be where everybody knows your name. Thanks for providing that one check. Heck yeah, Pat. You're a regular here now, man. Taking the game down a notch would help. Okay. I mean, I could go down a skosh. I feel like it's probably already pretty quiet, though. Sound is always tricky, because I have to go back and watch the VOD. Or, I mean, I can just, like... I don't know. I think OBS has, like, a playback thing you can enable, so you can hear yourself. It would just be annoying to troubleshoot on the stream. College takes up a lot of time now, if it does. I've been there, done that, man. Hot take, birthdays suck. You hate being the center of attention. I like birthdays still, but I do get that. And like, I feel like the older I get, the less I care about birthdays. It's just like, you know, I mean, I think it's really fun for me to just celebrate with people I love being around at this point. When I was young, though, it was all about the presents, man. And it's still really cool to get presents, don't get me wrong, but I don't like hang my birthday hopes on that, you know? That's not like all I'm looking forward to the week leading up to my birthday. I'm more looking out to like going out to a nice dinner with my wife, or just having a nice get together with my extended family, stuff like that. That's where I like birthdays now. Yeah, back in the day, man, when dinosaurs roamed the earth, they used to hit different, that's for sure. Cosmic and Tech. What's up, Garvey? Welcome in. You have a rank 5 mole god? Yeah, welcome to the club. I love Mole Man. My rank 5 Mole Man is so fun. Let's use where's get at least one of these. We'll just probably do both of them. Unironically, it's your uncle that lives in America? I mean, have you ever seen us in the same room together? Wouldn't that be the crit? Nah, I'm just kidding. All right. Time to play some games, shall we? Popcorn time? Dude, I wish I could eat popcorn and stream. I guess I could, but I would have to change the category to ASMR. On Monday, you're forcing your friend to watch stream? Okay. By the way, guys, this is just an announcement. Next Monday, we're going to be doing a Fortnite stream. All right. I was going to maybe do one today, but I figured that was too short notice to the MCOC homies. So I want to give you guys all an adequate heads up. We're going to be playing some zero build battle royale on Monday. All right. So if you're a Fortniter, if you're not a Fortniter, honestly, feel free to join so you make me feel better about my skill level or lack thereof. Do Rocket League, Samir? Maybe the week after we could do Rocket League. Maybe. College start on Monday. The only class you're worried about is your intro to CS. I do remember my friend hating his like CS classes. I think I could be misremembering. He does kind of tend to sandbag a little bit. Like, he's a pretty smart guy, and I think a lot of times he'll say things are really hard so that he seems cooler. I don't know if that's one of those instances or not. I think the 7-hour crystals start tomorrow, but I guess it would be today for you, right, Garvey? They'll do good, Spidey. You're a smart guy. So, you watch my stream, so I mean, makes you pretty smart. You'll tune in even though you haven't played Fortnite in years. I would love that, Knife. I mean, look, you guys are. I mean, I know most of you are here for MCOC, so I don't blame you if you don't watch the stream on Monday. But I will say, the algorithm is absolutely brutal if I don't play MCOC, so the more the merrier for the Fortnite stream. Then we can expand our horizons into other genres, which has always been the goal for my channel anyways. I don't want to just hard limit myself to Contest of Champions. Although that is what I really love playing and love streaming right now. So, I mean, if you guys drop by, that'd be sweet. So put it on your calendars. Set an alarm. Put it, whatever you gotta do. Cosmic. Let's do this. Where's the love for the Bioshock? Dude, maybe we can... Hey, maybe that's a possibility too, Spidey. Maybe we do a Bioshock playthrough at some point. Yeah, hopefully those 7-hour crystals are kind. I remember last year I got totally hosed on those. I'm almost tempted to buy the double track this time around. That seemed like a pretty good deal, honestly. Ugh. I think for our alternative games, they'll be probably Monday or Tuesday, because we have drops rollover on Friday. So it's probably better to play MCOC, and we don't ever want that to overlap with like any sort of kabam live stream either. Trying to navigate the menu on the controller is so confusing. What's a 7-hour crystal? Knife, it's kind of like the anniversary for the game. Lately they've been doing just kind of a special 7-hour crystal. So a crystal you can claim once every 7 hours, and they'll just put various resources in there that are really good. It's kind of like how you claim, well, you used to be able to claim your green crystal that's in your daily super event now. It's just kind of a login reward, basically. You just want to make sure you're on top of it, though. Those crystals are usually really valuable. Oh, Venom. What's up, Nick? You been on vacation? I'm jealous, man. I hope it was fun. I hope the weather was good for you, too. You thought you were stuck in an area? All you had to do was go bind some boxes? I don't think I've ever heard that story. Kids these days don't know about the 7-hour and 4-hour. Dude, that's so true, though. Kids these days don't know that you used to be able to use Catalyst as ISO. Isn't that crazy, chat? This was back when, like, Catalysts were a lot more sought after. I mean, like tier 2, like tier 1 alpha you could use in place of ISO. I had done that a couple times. You could sell champions back in the day up to 4-star rarity. I don't think you could ever sell 5 stars. But you sold it and it would just give you like ISO, I think. Maybe there was like some gold in there. Yeah, times are different, chat. You guys have no idea. Or, I mean, some of you maybe do. We are on such a different era. How close are we to Hobby? Oh, he's pretty far away. Oh my gosh! Thank you for the raid! Thank you for the raid. Borrachito. Borrachito. Thank you. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Weather was good most days. You were in Niagara Falls? Oof, Nick, that's a place I want to make my way to at some point. See the 4-star arena. That's honestly, I need to do more of it. I just like playing my 7 stars, man. But the 4-star arena gives you so much more bang for your buck. Be dizzle my nizzle. Faux shizzle. How did I solve homelessness in one night? Swiss, I listen, this is gonna really hurt my pride, but I actually wasn't able to solve it, fortunately. I tried my best, man. I just couldn't crack the code. I just felt like, you know, I was really confident. I felt like we could pull it off, but as always, my expectations for myself were too high. Can I read your last? Is that for everyone? I believe the 7-hour crystals are for everybody. It's just like the crystal you can get once a week from the web store. And I think from drops occasionally. Basically, you open the crystal and then there's a selector, so you get stuff based on your progression. So everyone benefits from it. Just not everybody is going to get the highest benefit unless you're the highest progression. Sorry, I should have clarified that. Yeah, Samir, it almost feels illegal owning Deadpool now, I feel like. Can I solve global warming next? I'll see what I can do, Knife. I'll see what I can do. I mean, not to get too controversial, but maybe there's nothing to solve. I don't actually know, man. I'm not a weatherman, not a scientist. But yeah, I can solve that. Yeah, global warming and global cooling, whichever one you believe in, I'll solve it. Don't worry about it. Fixed. Terex and Colossus from the other two keys. Unfortunately, honestly, I wouldn't mind either of those two. I mean, I really don't know if I'm gonna use like hardly any of them in the first place, so I might as well get the ones I think are cool. Could Prime be Dizzle solve world hunger? Maybe. I probably could have. If I had even thought about it. I was just too busy fixing everything else. You guys may know me for being the one to eradicate zombies. Now you may say, B-Dizzle, zombies aren't even real. To that I say, have you seen one? You're welcome. You're welcome. You have 14 health bars with Gilly? That's actually pretty good. Honestly, the Emma, I'm glad the Emma fight wasn't too crazy. You want to know why I didn't let the zombies loose? Listen, it's just really hard to stream MCOC when you're running for your life, you know? And I was really worried that if I let the zombies loose too, that like I might never be able to eat a Twinkie again. And I don't know if I could live my life like that, you know? Can I solve werewolves? I'll work on it, Knife. I got a lot of stuff to fix though. I'll put it on the list. I'll put it on the list. That's like asking if LeBron's the GOAT. Have you guys seen the video about how the fall of Constantinople impacted LeBron's legacy? If you haven't already, man, you guys need to go watch it. Can I solve your inability to get a girlfriend? Samir, I can solve it, but I think that's something I shouldn't. That's something you need to discover on your own, man. I'll give you a hint, though, on how to solve it. Okay. But it's... you have to talk to women. You may already be doing that. If you are, great. Then it's only a matter of time. If not, that's what you got to do. Pro tip. You know my secret identity? I'm really plumber man. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not even the B-Dizzle you guys are used to today. I'm his twin brother. Dude, how wild of a plot twist would that be? It's like, oh wait, actually, you know what? That would be a big movie spoiler. Anyway, imagine I had an identical twin though. And we just alternated stream days. I wonder, dude, I kind of wish I had a twin. That would be the best bit ever. Oh my God. That would be so legit. Just see how far you could go without people noticing. Could Kevin Durant as he pull over Galactus? I love those kinds of videos, man. You don't want a girlfriend? Women are draining? Are they though? Maybe girlfriends are draining, but wives, not so much. I mean, I have the greatest wife of all time. I don't consider B Mizzle to be draining at all. Unless you consider a wonderful spouse who brings you goodies while you live stream to people on the internet draining. In which case, yeah, I guess she would be draining. I hate all the matchups there. Whatever. You have two sisters? Dude, sisters are different. Trust me. I have a sister as well, Samir. All right, B-Dizzle lore you guys may not know. I have a sister. Also, can I just say my sister is the GOAT, by the way. Like, we've gotten super close. And she's been fantastic to have in my life. But, yeah, I mean, growing up, though, I mean, I 100% agree. I mean, I had a sister who was very into, like, musical theater and stuff, too. And so, dude, it's just nonstop singing and music that I hated blaring growing up all the time. Which, yeah, that is draining. But look, man, that's not how all women are. That's not, you just got to find the right one, man. That's why you got to talk to him, though. I'm getting ready to take a special treat from this guy. You know what? Whatever. This power drains, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Not enough, though. Goodness. That 4-star AI. That's why I like the 7-star arena, too, by the way. Have I heard about the Browns starting Deshaun Watson? I have, yeah. I wonder how long that'll last, though. Hard to think that at some point this season, Shadur Sanders doesn't start. Oh my gosh, I hate that. Oh, onslaught, Liz. Alright, dude, I'm just gonna let him KO me. I don't even care anymore. Oh, I whipped. That's fine. Oh, we got it. Oh boy. Yeah, I have an older brother and an older sister. Whoa, Wolverine. Whoa. 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 No comment. You have an older sister and a younger sister. See, that is a dynamic I don't know that I would fully understand. Being right in the middle. That would be kind of probably annoying. You probably get in the middle of all the drama all the time. I could definitely see that being exhausting. As you get older, siblings get better. That's true. That part's very true. I think, I mean, this is just like a PSA to everybody. If you're not close to your siblings, you really should try to be. It's coming from somebody who's now older, who doesn't live with their siblings anymore. It's just really nice to be tight with your siblings. Like, whenever you need help, they can be there for you. Whether you're moving, whether you just need someone to lean on, just stuff like that. It's really, really good to have. Like, I can't stress it enough. It's kind of like, if nobody got me, I know my siblings got me, you know? What's up, Charles? Welcome in, man. Your older sister is the most draining. She doesn't leave you alone. It's a legitimate problem. Well, I mean, on the bright side, Samir, eventually you're going to be making that big tradesman cashola, and you can just move out. Problem solved. But then you'll move out though, and then you'll start to realize, like, man, I actually feel kind of lonely. I wish I had a sibling to harass me. And that sounds insane, dude, but I promise that's probably gonna happen. I think it's definitely a don't know what you got till it's gone kind of thing. She'll probably just ask you for money, bro. You can't win. Well, on the bright side, it's your money, so you can decide what to do with it. We have some loans going down in the chat right now. Realistically, how much money should you drop at Banquet? It's really hard to say. The cash deals for Banquet are usually not as good as the cash deals for Cyber Monday. If you're actually like planning on buying bundles and stuff, I would maybe take a closer look at Cyber Monday than I would Banquet. Although, if I remember right, chat, I mean, I didn't spend money, so I don't remember too much. But I think the bundles for spending during Banquet were still pretty good, right? Weren't they? But yeah, Knife, I mean, I would say a couple $100 probably. It's really hard to say. I also would advise, like, if you are gonna spend legit money on the game, make sure you're getting like the highest reward bracket for your money. I think it's easy enough in this game to at least get to Valiant before you spend a dime. I personally don't think it's worth spending until you're going to get like the maximum value in the game for it. There's a chance right now you may not get quite there because I doubt you'll get Elder before Banquet or before Cyber, but you could probably make Valiant if you play your cards right, get a little bit of luck. That would probably place you in a bracket where it's a little more worth to spend money. I think where you're like Thronebreaker or whatever, or like even at Paragon, I wouldn't spend a dime. I mean, if you want to and you want to support the game, that's great, obviously. But if you want my opinion, I would say don't spend until you're Valiant or Elder. But yeah, and then like also the rule of thumb is the same. This isn't a 1-to-1, but the same with gambling. Like, only spend what you're willing to lose. Especially in Banquet, there's a lot less guarantees in Banquet. So Banquet, if you've ever gone and watched a Banquet video, the main reward for Banquet is the Banquet Crystal, which can contain tons of different things, ranging from total garbage doo-doo to holy crap, this is nuts. And if you're spending actual money, there's no guarantee you're getting the holy crap, this is nuts. So only spend what you're willing to lose. They did Now, they did kind of tweak Banquet a little bit this last time to be a little bit less RNG dependent with like a grace mechanic and stuff like that. So I do think like you still get you get more guaranteed than you did in the past, but that element of RNG is still there. It's hard to see, in my opinion. I think last Banquet was insanely successful. And this is just me guessing. It was just so successful. It's hard to see the format changing much, if at all, this year. So yeah, there's tons of Banquet openings and stuff out there. If you want to get a good idea of what kind of stuff you'll be able to grab, I would just go watch some of those rundown videos. I'm sure Seaton has a good one that goes through all the rewards and stuff. So just like look at those rewards and then imagine slightly better and then the minimum units you had to spend, but slightly more. Yeah, that's a good spend too, Juval. Like, if you're, I think you could still get away with buying the Plat Pass. That's usually pretty good value, no matter what. But you're getting more value if you're like Elder or Valiant. Yeah, that or like the leveling up cards. Those are usually pretty okay. Yeah, you definitely like... I think what Charles said is kind of the exception to spending usually. And thank you for the raid, big dog. Welcome in, man. Hope your stream went well. Holy macaroni. Welcome in, guys. Anyway, I think the exception would be if a small dollar amount, I don't know that I would like whale out. Plague, thank you for the follow, is going to get you to your next progression level. I think that's probably when to do it. Storm, what's up, man? Holy raid. Not sponsored. You'll never be a whale in this game? Never say never. But yeah, that's, I mean, I'd say that's probably pretty responsible. It's fun to whale out once in a while though. For sure. Doomed, thank you for the follow. You're a whale at college though, since everything there wants your money. Oh dude, I'm surprised you're even thinking about, I mean, if you're at college, unless you got like a full ride, I'm surprised you're thinking of spending it all, man. College is a rough time. Unless you found yourself like a really sweet internship. King Zelly, thank you for the follow. I was always like mad stressed about money when I was at college. Now look at me, I'm mad stressed about money and I'm not at college. Oh, things never change. Maybe they will though. Maybe once I'm like an actual like certified plumber, that'll be the move. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, Charles. Glad another CCP got on. You had a few people ask about drops. Oh, I got you guys. I got you guys. Yeah, I'm always and if it's ever this time, I'm always on. Unless I announce otherwise. If it's a weekday, I should say. Always live on this time slot. Hey, go have a good dinner, man. Appreciate the raid, dude. Oh, what the heck? Was I not invisible anymore? Whatever. I'm pretty scheduled. It's the only way I could stream, honestly. I don't know that I could just sporadically change my time. Yeah, Charles. I was just being so benevolent, you know? Allegedly. So I don't get sued. Oh, I appreciate that, Nine. And if you are one of those chatters, thank you very much. Glad you like the stream. Follow me. Thank you for the follow. You applied for an Oklahoma City Thunder software internship? That's actually pretty cool. That would be a sweet job. I bet that would have insane benefits. I will say, like, the interview process for CS jobs is insane. From what my friend has told me, Spidey. So just be prepared for that. The benefit, though, to your degree is you can apply for jobs, like, wherever. You don't even have to live in the exact same state. How do you become a creator to give out drops? You have to go through the content creator application, which if you just look up MCOC content creator application, that webpage should pull up. On that webpage, there's certain requirements they want you to meet, like viewer count thresholds, followers, subscribers, stuff like that. And then you submit your application and then they'll review it. And then you either get accepted or you don't. I don't know much else other than that. It's pretty much just what's on their website, really. The Kurt Bros, thank you for the follow. Don't forget to give the stream a like. Absolutely. Thank you for the reminder, Pat. Also, I need to address this. I've never heard anyone say it or mention it, but I promise Pat is not a paid actor. He's just a great person who always wants you guys to like the stream. I have no affiliation, okay? Just so you guys know. But seriously, go give the stream a thumbs up over on YouTube if you're enjoying it. If you're over on Twitch, hit that follow button. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Yeah, remote job would be really nice, Spidey. I wish I had a remote job, dude. Unfortunately, I went the reverse route and went blue collar. Ah, really? I was within range? Okay. Cordova, thank you for the follow. Or Cordove, thank you for the follow. All the homies love me Dizzle. True. Wavy, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Dang, knife. Just with the nice words. Thank you very much. Wouldn't catch you dead doing a desk job? I see. Okay, I agree. I think for me, the cons outweigh the pros. Like, I think for me personally, it's awesome in concept. But if I know myself at all, just like I knew earlier, if I didn't move my clothes from the washer to the dryer right then, it was never going to happen. I just know that I would get bored out of my mind if I had a work from home job or just any sort of desk job, even if I had to go drive into the office and work in a cubicle or anything. Like, I gotta be on my feet moving, you know? Not only that too, I think I'd get too distracted. I'd probably start playing like Overwatch and stuff on the clock, which, I mean, I'd probably get away with and it would be fine. A lot of people do that, but it would be so hard to find the motivation to work too if I was just at home. So start with the parry heavy. Yeah, I know, Charles. If I'm using him for more long content, I usually try to. Yeah, so playing whatever time it is. Look, I hate time zones, man. Whatever time it is for you, an hour in the past, basically. I mean, rounding to the nearest hour, that would be when I go live, and I'm always live for 2 hours. Occasionally we'll go live for longer than 2, but my schedule is pretty demanding, I would say, so I try to keep it to 2 hours. If the content that I'm doing demands that I stream longer than 2 hours, usually we'll do that though. Like if I'm doing a big time thing like Crucible or some sort of gauntlet, usually those go over 2 hours pretty easily. And yeah, I stream daily as well. So I'll be live tomorrow at the exact same time I was today, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that. The only exceptions being is if we watch party Kabam's live stream, which I think, do we have a stream this Friday? We might have a stream this Friday. If we do, we'll probably watch party that. If not, whatever. But if we have a watch party, usually I won't have a nighttime stream. And then I do not stream the weekends either, which I probably should. I'd probably get a lot more viewers that way and stuff. But for me, I would rather prioritize time with my family. So that's what the weekends are for. Although a crazy random weekend stream is not super impossible, I just don't usually do that. Prime B-Dizzle was 3-hour B-Dizzle? Dude, it totally was though. Plague, thank you for the subscription, man. Appreciate you very much. Welcome, welcome. Enjoy the pickle themed emotes, man. Which I need to make more of, okay? Somebody remind me. I always have plans to do it, and then I totally space. But yeah, we used to stream 3 hours, and then I got a full-time job. And biggest regret in life, right there. You could play Rocket League while working. I'm the kind of person, Spidey, that I don't know if I could play a video game and work. I really don't. I get too laser focused on things. I've got that, like, I don't know, what's the term? Hyper focus. If I am like, I mean, video games are made to capture your attention, keep you in that gameplay for hours. I don't think I could get out of it if I was on the clock. I would chat GPT all of my work so much so that I could go back to gaming. I already know it would be bad. I would cut corners. I think it's better I stay away from work from home stuff. Missed the 3-hour B-Dizzle already. Dude, me too. I wish I could be live for 3 hours. We'd have probably twice as many units too. If not more, actually. Discord is siding with CyberLeak? I didn't even know that we were taking sides now. Is that a thing? You know what I could do though? And you know what? You should do this. It would be really cool when you get a work from home job. You should get yourself like augmented reality glasses. So you could have like tons of monitors, one of which could be work. Have you guys ever seen those? I've been thinking about getting me a pair. I just know I would only watch YouTube on it. It's kind of one of my childlike desires, is to have like AR glasses. That all started with Microsoft HoloLens. If you know what that is, congrats, you know ball. If not, you should look it up. It's really cool. It kind of started the whole thing. It never really took off though. I find augmented reality really, really cool. And the fact that a lot of things, like you could throw like 5 monitors up, but just have 1 pair of glasses. I think that stuff is sweet. "90% of plumbing is cutting corners?" No, you're cutting the pipe and then gluing in the corners. But I will say there is some... Sometimes I'll go to my journeyman and I'm like, "Hey, I don't think there's a way to do this legally," and they're like, "Ah, just do it." So yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Why did I just click? You could see me doing voice to text. Wait, what do you mean? Like voice transcription? Like typing? I could do voiceovers, unless that's what you're saying. I could do voiceovers. Congrats on your A+. Very nice. Noir, what's up? Black Tarantula is overhyped? What makes you say that, Monster? I do think the poker event wasn't really a place for him to shine, I will say. Also, I was playing with my peripheral vision. I saw like the hammers that Hope Rags was holding, and I thought I was using full obsidian. So yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. So I could be like the modern day Tony Stark then. Jarvis, start OBS, please. Fernando, thank you for the follow. But yeah, back to the Black Tarantula. He's a little bit more of a ramp-up champ than you would think. He's a little bit slower, right? But dude, he's crazy if the match goes long enough. And it's not even that long. I think poker just made him feel particularly slow because you're trying to just really go quick in that mode and get through everything. How different did grades feel in college? You saw that mindset from high school. If you didn't get an A, something bad will happen. I mean, you should always try your best and try to get an A, but it's not always going to happen. Some classes in college are just really, really hard. And the good thing is, like, when you are in those classes, it's just as difficult for everybody else too. And the guy next to you could be insanely smart and have the same grade. But I will say, like, yeah, it didn't feel like, unless you're trying to keep a scholarship, because some scholarships, like academic ones, will require your GPA to be so high. If you're not doing any of that, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's just what you get. Like, if you get your degree. Now, I will say, I don't know how your, like, high school experience and stuff was, but college professors do not offer extra credit near as often as high school teachers. So if you rely heavily on extra credit, don't. And if you're not used to weighted grades, which I would hope you should be by now, then get used to it. A lot of classes are test heavy, where if you don't pass the test, you're cooked. So make studying a priority. That would be my biggest recommendation. I mean, I kept the 4.0 all through college, from the college that I did do. So this is, I'm not just talking out of my rear, okay? I skated my way through high school, and I mean, like, high school is so easy for me. And honestly, like, college wasn't awful either, but I did find that I needed to study a little bit at the very least, which I could get away with not doing in high school. So, I mean, you could be super ultra giga genius guy, but definitely study. And I think an important thing too is if you haven't had to study in high school, make sure to refine your studying techniques so that they're actually effective. There's a lot of different like psychological tricks and stuff you can do to help yourself when you're taking tests in college and just in school in general. I think the biggest thing, at least for me, is overstudying, which sounds counterintuitive, but if you're studying, if you take frequent breaks, you'll retain the information way better. Bedazzled to the moon. We're already there, man. Oh no, special 3. Never mind. Passive AI helping us for once. So anyway, that's like my small input, I guess. And then when you're taking, like, learn to take notes effectively. Notes is a big deal. I don't know how good, like supposedly there's AI that can like transcribe notes and stuff for you now. I don't know how good that is. That was before my time. But you might be able to find a program so that you can pay attention to the professor while they're talking instead of taking notes. That you can just record the teacher and then it'll generate notes for you. I know those programs exist. That might be good. I don't know. If you make your own study guide, that's a pretty effective way of studying as well. If the teacher offers a study guide for free, and some do it. Some teachers literally will copy and paste from that thing, and it's so good to do and to pay attention to. College professors don't care if you don't care. It's up to you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Everyone's there just like punching a time card, basically. Like most college classes are a lot less involved than your other schooling probably was between the teacher and the student. Like some teachers, I think all of them, they'll have like visitation hours or whatever they're called, where you can come and ask them questions and stuff like that. If you're struggling with a class, take advantage of those. I personally didn't because I didn't feel like I needed it, but I know a lot of people that it helped a lot. What's the best Kate Bishop rotation? Before getting her, you thought her cold snaps had no stack limit, only to know it's 2. Yeah, you want to get the cold snaps up, and then you just cycle through all of her trick arrows and get all of those up. And then make sure you're not missing the quick time event as well. There's not much to it. I mean, just refresh the debuffs and then try and apply all the debuffs, really. Yeah, Plague. That's kind of the method I was referencing, I think. Study for at least 20 minutes a day for 3 consecutive days, and you retain it better. Yeah. Like, there's just little tips and tricks. Also, like, if your objective is just to pass the test as well, your short-term memory is insane. So if you can just, like, have a last-minute study session before the test, it'll help. You'll forget after the test what you just studied, but at least you'll remember it for the test. But yeah, figure out what works for you, man. And I mean, there's like plenty of YouTube videos on like test taking tips and stuff. Everything I learned, I just learned in my psychology class I took. Which was fantastic, by the way. Psychology is really fun. I think if I went back to college, I might be tempted to pick a career in the psychology field. Not now, though. I think that might be eaten by AI. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, Kurt, that's a pretty good achievement, though. But yeah, I mean, C's get degrees, bro. Like, I know that's like a cop-out saying, but it really is accurate. That being said, though, like, don't just mail it in at school, you know? Because, yeah, C's may get degrees, but that a good education does not make. And whether you have the degree or not, you still want to know what you're doing. And you don't want to know the bare minimum. Yeah, another office hours are key, 100%. They're helpful if you need them, for sure. Especially in English, dude. They can just tell you what you need. Be like, yeah, I'll give you an A. You just need to change it to this and this and this. Anyway, that was probably a much more long-winded response about college than you wanted, but it's college is a big deal. I want to make sure I can impart as much advice as I can give you. Popo1, thank you for the follow. Thoughts on Silver Sable? I think she's really cool. She has ridiculous damage potential. I think if you really like the champion, rank her up, go for it. It's a pretty... There's some better champions in the skill class, but I think Sable's fun. If you take a banana prior to taking an exam, you remember more of what you just studied? Maybe? I do know, like... Hey, this might mostly apply to me. I don't know. If you can choose when to take your tests, like, this is gonna sound it might sound a little crazy because it's not something you'd really think about. Pay attention to your daily routine, right? Like, some people, they'll start getting kind of tired around the afternoon time, or like right after you eat because your blood sugar changes and stuff like that. Mr. T009, thank you for the follow. But dude, if you can schedule when to take a test, like keep like a tracker notebook of what you eat and how you feel mentally for an entire week. Schedule tests when you are the most awake and alert. If that takes like doing a workout before you take a test, that's great. That probably helps a ton because it gets the blood flowing, gets the neurons moving, you know? But like, dude, I did not expect like lifestyle to affect my performance on tests as much as it did. Like, you don't want to just slam down a bunch of junk food before you go take a test. Your brain will be like, your thoughts will be moving through molasses. It will be so difficult to try and remember things. I'm serious. Like, it makes a big difference. Okay, try and go when you're alert. If it's like early in the morning, you gotta go take your test, do that. I promise it's game changing. It sounds crazy, but like, your lifestyle can impact your education a ton. I mean, maybe it's not crazy. It's just not something you would typically think about, I feel like. No! She-Hulk, be gentle. Oh, we're fine. Aver Morel, thank you for the follow. I do not usually use Zenkai. It's just too much menuing. I don't want to deal with it. The only time I ever use arena boosts is for like the 2-star or 3-star arenas or whatever. Go to class. Yeah, for sure. Go to class and note taking on a laptop or like an iPad. That's the move. Unless it's too distracting, then just go pen and paper for notes. I remember there was a guy in front of me in my psychology class and he would always be playing Minecraft. At that point, dude, like, what's the point of going to class? What are you there for? You're clearly not learning. Unless you're just Timothy and you just, like, retain all the information ever. Yo, Plague, that's a good way of wording it, man. Yeah, and I that's good too, Kurt. Like, college was and still is some of the most enjoyable times of my life. Don't get too crazy with it, but make sure, like, enjoy your independence, man. Unless you're living at home. Even if you are, though, try and get involved. Go to, like, if your school has, like, football games and stuff, go to those, stuff like that. You're playing Geometry Dash in your CS class? I mean, the first week is just syllabus spamming, really. I think I did the exact same kind of thing. Whatever, we're just gonna, like, push him to the special 3. I don't even care. Studying with the right people? Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you can find a study group with your friends that are in the same classes, that helps a lot. I think another thing too is, like, that's just like looking at subjects through fresh eyes. Like, they might ask a question that you didn't think to ask, stuff like that. Tickets might already be gone? No, I'm surprised you would need, like, tickets at all. I feel like students usually always just kind of got in for free. Then again, it probably depends where you go to college. There's the cold snap. Yeah, it's a good thing, Plague. Yeah. People that watched a lot of Khan Academy and know the easy way to do certain arithmetic. Carlos, thank you for the follow. Hey, look, even if they're bad, though, I mean, just being in a student section is a different feeling, man. Have a good one, Samir. Thanks for dropping by, man. Good luck on your next Titan. You had to use Khan Academy? I mean, some teachers I had to. In high school, not in college. Just to try to, like, they were so bad at teaching, I had to figure it out. Khan Academy is the move, man. Jubilee buff when? Jar 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 jar. Thank you for the follow. Might have been short 1 or 2 jars. That's all right. What's up, Debo? You ready to not win a single game this year, man? I'm so excited, though. I don't even care. You know what? Dracula sucks, but he's so fun to play. We're going to be way better than people think. I think the starters will be good. Like, I think there's a chance for upsets, but if you've watched... I mean, I know preseason is not gospel, but if people get injured, I'm scared. I like what I've seen with the rookie wide receivers we've got, though. And Achane is always Achane. I think they could steal 1 or 2 games. For sure. I don't think they'll go winless. YouTube helped you a lot. People like simple nursing and stuff. Dude, talking about like memory tricks too. If you can make a story out of something, or like tie it to a little jingle or a song, that's a really easy way to remember dates and stuff like that. You're gonna go 10-7? They're not going 10-7. Debo, no, that's not possible. There's no shot. Bro, I would love to be proven wrong, dude. And if I am, I'm okay with it. I want the Dolphins to succeed. There's no shot, though. Plague. It's the Miami Dolphins, because for some reason I hate myself. It's such a fun team to be a fan of, though. As much as I hate it, I would never change. They make me want to rip my hair out every year, but oh well. What, like, isn't that every favorite team? My picture's small because, like, I mean, I don't want to, I mean, you're mostly here for the gameplay. Not just my dashing good looks, of course, but I don't want to intervene too much in the gameplay. Plus, if my picture's any taller, it gets in the way of the spinner for crystals, so I kind of settled on this size. You'll bet money on it? Devo, I won't take your money, but there are, you know, betting outfits out there that gladly would. I don't even know, like, what are they projected to win? Like 3 games this year? They're not projected to win like anything. But like, you gotta think they could probably beat the Jets. Maybe. Like, I think their best bet as far as winning games are gonna be in conference. Those are always a coin flip. Tua went to the Atlanta Falcons. Good riddance. And he might have lost a QB battle that the other quarterback wasn't even playing, which is crazy. He's that bad. You already have bet money on it? Oh my gosh. Devo, I wish you the best, man. That's probably going to be some serious gains. Listen, I'm as optimistic as the next guy. I think they'll be better than people think they'll be, but I don't think they'll be a playoff caliber team at all. Unless they stayed perfectly healthy all year. Which, I mean, they don't practice close to the 49ers substations, so they might be okay. Dude, I can't wait to see it either, Evo. I can't wait. Listen, I want them to succeed. It's just so unlikely with how much is being rebuilt this year that they overperform that much. I feel like it would have to be other teams underperforming. I haven't, Pat. I don't wear the glasses outside of anytime I'm streaming or gaming. I honestly, I forgot I had these, and I was looking through my my drawer in my on my streaming desk, and I was like, hey, I forgot I have blue light glasses. I should probably use those. You love watching left-handed QBs? I think it's kind of fun. It wasn't fun watching Tua turn the ball over. Actually, sometimes it was. Sometimes it was. I always knew he was like very much being bolstered by the people around him kind of thing. I don't think even the year he was like the top passer in the league or whatever it was, I could still tell that was just because people couldn't cover HN, Waddle, and Tyreek. And I knew that wasn't going to continue forever. And then the next year they fell off a cliff. Surprise, surprise. What was fun though is like if you watch Tua's film, but like somebody mirrored it so it looks like he's right-handed. So a lot of his throws look really clean. I still don't think I've ever really been a Tua believer though. Night Thrasher gotta be one of the biggest fumbled buffs of all time, by the way. But yeah, Plague, what's your team of choice, man? You plead the fifth? Okay, so Cowboys? Listen, if it's the Bills, you don't have to be afraid. My mod, Spidey, is a Bills fan. If it's the Patriots, I'm pretty sure we've had a Patriots fan in here before, so it would be okay. I don't think I banned them. Cowboys, you should be ashamed of yourself? Listen, I'm just trying to think of teams that you would be ashamed of saying. I don't know. The Cowboys, I feel like they're usually a pretty big, like, a team that causes a ruckus, I guess, in comment sections and stuff. Very charged team, we could say. Ugh. If it's not the Cowboys, who is it? Or are you saying it's the Cowboys and I should be ashamed that I thought you might be a Bills fan? You're a Boston fan? Like Boston Celtics? Wait, is there a Boston? There's no... What would be the nearest team to Boston, football-wise? I don't know geography. Somebody help. Hockey's cool. I want to get more into hockey. Okay, it is the Patriots. Wait, I said I mentioned the Patriots. All right, my best friend. Well, he's one of my best friends. I don't have like an actual best friend. It's like, that's like a tier, like S tier. Anyway, one of my best friends is a Patriots fan. Manuel, thank you for the follow. We get along just nice. Just great. Swimming. We used to run Call of Duty back in the day. Actually. Those were simpler times. They did have the Patriots had a good season last year. I feel like they got extremely blessed, though. The matchup gods were very kind to the Patriots last year. It'll be interesting to see if they can keep it up this year with a little tougher schedule. I feel like they got pretty lucky with a lot of the games they had. Duke, thank you for the follow. Like, they'd go against an injured quarterback team or just stuff like that. Not to say they weren't good. I mean, it's still the NFL, and you have to be able to capitalize on situations like that when they come up. So I think the Patriots are still good, but I think they got pretty fortunate. Rag, thank you for the follow. Man, I'm too used to that 4-star arena AI, man. This Taskmaster feels so aggressive. You wouldn't mind Josh Allen getting a W? Dude, he needs to get at least one Super Bowl. He's too good not to. It's actually so sad. It feels like he's not the same kind of player, but it's like my feelings about Dan Marino. Like, Dan Marino is a like football god, and he never got a Super Bowl. I feel like it would be really sad to watch Josh Allen end up that way. Especially when he's done so much to just backpack the Bills, just to see him never actually taste a Super Bowl. But hey, you know what? He's insanely rich. Very good at football. He'll definitely be in the record books. Do you guys ever just go for tons of intercepts for fun? Like, I don't need to, I just felt like it, you know? Yeah, as much as I hate the Bills because they're a division team, I do feel bad. Yeah, the Bears, I think, are turning it around, man. I'm gonna try and get some Bears players in fantasy this year, I think. Who's my all-time favorite player? I don't know. I didn't really watch football super diligently until I actually decided to pull for the Miami Dolphins, which was still, I feel like, fresh. So, like, I never got to see a lot of the OGs play, you know? Like, I think Dan Marino is really cool just on his street cred alone. But when I was a kid growing up and I'd watch football with the old man, like pre-Miami Dolphins fandom, I really enjoyed watching Drew Brees play. I don't know if that's like a lame answer. I just really like the way that Drew Brees played football. Like, my favorite kind of football is like the passing, like the pure passing football. And I feel like Drew was really good at just pulling off some absurd throws, and it was always fun to watch. So for me, maybe Drew Brees, honestly, if I had to pick somebody. I've never really given it much thought, though. Ray Rice before what happened to him. Oh yeah, listen, Pat, with how much money is involved in the NFL and stuff, I think you're silly if you don't think other teams are trying to cheat in some way. I feel like teams are always trying to get an advantage. It's the same, like, I think most professional sports too, like, If there's a quote-unquote performance-enhancing drug that's legal, you best bet they're taking it. Woot! Thank you for the follow. Oh, Jerry Rice. You Sentinel and your spamming of special attacks. Ouch. Your favorite all-time is Deion Sanders? Deion? However, dude, it's all about Shadur Sanders. Generational QB. Truly QB of all time. I wish I could have watched like the glory days of the NFL. I mean, I guess it's always the glory days. I guess the glory days of the Dolphins, I should say. Like, I bet the undefeated season hit like crack. I would have loved to have watched that as a Dolphins fan. Absolute peak of my life. Maybe they'll win a Super Bowl in my lifetime. Maybe. I know, Swiss, it's brutal. I bet he starts some games this year, though. I feel like Deshaun Watson just knows he can get injured, and he already got his bag, so he doesn't care, and he just wants to stay at home. You know, you're a fan when they lose and it ruins your day. Dude, that's... As much as I always expect the Dolphins to lose, I still do get so bummed out when they get cooked every Sunday. That's why though, but then you have those random games where they're like, hey, we're gonna set the scoring record, or we're gonna get close and not set it because we're idiots. But man, that day was crazy, dude. Hanging 70 whatever on the Broncos. Oh man, that was such a good Sunday. It still pisses me off they didn't get the record though. They should have done it. And their reasoning was awful. Also, I'm sorry if you're here for MCOC. I can definitely still talk about this game. They just got me going on football, you know? I am a slave to the NFL. You're fine, Plague. You're fine. I think most people are just here for the vibes. and the drops. Honestly, like dude, we talked about like how to handle college earlier. I'm cool talking about anything as long as it's not politics or religion. Usually we're good. I just don't like those super divisive subjects. I'd talk about those in my normal life, but it's not appropriate for stream. Yeah, dude, I'll talk about anything. We had a full-blown conversation last week about back hair, okay? Back hair. Of all things. This stream is cracked out of its mind, chat. And also, I'm so not paying attention on Arena. Hawkeye is dangerous with the sword. Oh, you have no idea, Swiss. Ronin can he can actually do some good damage. You just have to intercept like a madman. If you have a tuft of lower back hair, you're more prone to getting migraines. Wait, is that real? I don't think I've ever heard that in my entire life. The only thing I've heard about like hair related is that redheads need more anesthesia, which I don't even know if that's true or if that's just a popular myth. Your anatomy teacher told, I mean, they would know, I guess. They do have a higher tolerance. You work in orthopedic surgery. Okay. So it is a real thing. Oh, there you go. See, that's just weird. The human body is so wild in so many different ways. It's crazy to me. The human body is literally one thing we've always had because that's us, but we still don't get it. And we're like discovering new stuff all the time. That always blows my mind. Swiss, I think nobody told you because he plays such an inconsequential part. I want like Mole Man in that movie. I feel like maybe he did do the character justice. I have no idea. I feel like he was kind of a comedic relief character when he's like a legit Fantastic Four villain. But yeah, you don't even see Giganto Jr. either. It's like just Mole Man. That movie was pretty good. I would never rewatch it. It was like a good, entertaining movie for a once-over, you know? That's all it was, I feel like, to me. Anything in my life pay to win? No. I mean, I've spent money on the game occasionally, but nowhere near what you would need to be pay to win, in my opinion. Yeah, migraines are weird, Pat. My personal belief is I think most migraines are just a result of nutrition. Or dehydration. I know that's a popular meme, but for real though. The thing is, I feel like usually if you have a migraine, you're too late. You need to kind of maintain. Smitty Poo, thank you for the follow. Nutrition and lifestyle, in your opinion, heat as well. Yeah, I mean, there's obviously like the exception if you have like a tumor or something. That's obviously gonna give you migraines. Being too close to the computer screen, probably not a good idea. Stuff like that. I wonder too, I think a lot of people that can get migraines too, like they might need glasses and they just don't know they do. So their eyes are straining a lot. I think that's probably pretty common. But yeah, if you ask me, dude, I think so much, like mental health, physical health, stuff like that can be boiled down to nutrition and lifestyle. That's my personal the gospel according to B Dizzle. I mean, I'm no doctor or whatever, but it just feels like common sense to me. If you're eating candy bars and sitting on the couch all day, obviously your mental health is going to be bad and your physical health will be worse. Whoa, Pat, TMI. B Dizzle PhD. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll write my PhD. That's not to say there's not exceptions to every rule. I think some people are obviously more prone to things than others, physically and mentally. But by and large, if you're just doing your stereotypical healthy lifestyle and diet things, you're never going to have a problem. Well, I shouldn't say never, but most likely. The unfortunate thing is, I feel like whether it's necessity or greed or whatever, just a lot of how we process our food and produce our food now, it's harder to hit that nutrition aspect of things. Because things just don't have as much nutrition in them. Or the healthy things are more expensive or harder to find the right healthy things or what have you, which I think is unfortunate. Every person is different. Yeah, Plague, like what works for me might not work for you. Yeah, Jamal, I think it's just a good like rule of thumb. I do feel like there's kind of a movement going on though, where people are starting to realize that nutrition is a little bit more important. Hopefully like real change comes from that and stuff like that. I don't know about y'all though, but like I grew up with like a little garden that we had in the backyard of our house. We would grow like tomatoes, zucchini, squash, jalapenos, just like I think some other stuff I can't remember, but I always just remember that produce would taste insanely good. And then you buy that same thing at the store and it's just half of what that is. It just hits different, man. And I just don't think we're getting the same kind of umph from our food anymore. Less preservatives. Yeah, I think that's a big thing too. Yeah. A lot of things too is since a lot of produce gets transported across state lines, across countries and stuff like that, they'll harvest it earlier and then it'll kind of ripen on its way over there, which obviously you're picking it before it gets all the nutrients and minerals and stuff that they would usually pick up. Like one thing I didn't even believe, but is actually crazy and does happen, is they do this with avocados, a lot of grocery stores, and they'll put these avocados in these chambers and they will gas them to make them look ripe. It's kind of nuts. Like there's some crazy ish that they do with food, man. But like I said, it's just so expensive to try to eat the good stuff and to get the good stuff. It makes it really difficult. Not to say you can't do it, but you have to really meticulously plan out and budget and find places to get the good food, you know? But yeah, look into it, man. They just artificially ripen avocados. It's wild. Oh my, Tai Tai. Thank you for the follow. And then, dude, if I think there's a YouTube video out there on like things they used to do back in the day, but they used to put like sawdust in bread or something to make it weigh more so that they could charge more for the bread. They used to put like like drywall in flour or something like that. Like they used to do some insane stuff to try to make more money, and you're crazy if you think they're not trying to pull that kind of stuff today. They just doing it under a different guise or a different method. People being obsessed with peptides right now. Yeah, I don't even really understand peptides. I need to look into those and see what the heck they are, because I haven't heard about them for like the last few months. Yeah, $60 on ground beef and chicken is crazy. The grocery store bills are crazy in general, food aside. But I mean, like I said, I don't want to veer into politics or anything like that. So, but yeah, that is life right now, unfortunately, for a lot of people. Bananas for 69 cents a pound. $3 for bananas. You're going cheaper around every time. Yeah, I mean, yeah. The expensive stuff usually just has a premium attached. And the tricky thing too is if something says organic, like that label is incredibly generous. Just like the made of recycled material is really generous too. I don't know if the regulations are still this way, but I know in the past you could slap like made of recyclable material on literally anything. It's crazy. Man, another thing too, while we're on the subject of food, and I'm kind of venting my frustration to all of you in a way, I apologize. But can we acknowledge how stupid it is that we as a society are trying to make so much money that we no longer can legally claim they are ice cream sandwiches anymore? Some companies still do because they're ballers, okay? But now they are frozen desserts, vanilla frozen desserts. It's ridiculous. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you have to have a certain amount of dairy in your product to be able to legally claim that it is ice cream. And some of these companies, that's too expensive. So they want to put these other additives in, like xanthan gum, all the things that say gum after. That's pretty much what's replacing your dairy, from my understanding. Anyway, they lose out on the ratio of dairy you're supposed to have, so they can't call it ice cream. So if you go to like your frozen section at Walmart or your local grocery store, you'll notice a lot of these like old brands that used to be ice cream sandwiches, they're now like frozen treats or frozen dessert or chocolate vanilla frozen bars or whatever, you know, like it's wild. And a lot of times if you set them outside on a plate, they don't melt. Like they'll just kind of hang out. They'll be melty, but they don't, because most of it's just artificial now. It's so sad. Ice cream sandwiches, make them great again, please. That was like peak childhood for me, man. I love ice cream sandwiches. You can still get them. Some brands are still cool with it, but yeah, it's wild. Here for Twitch drops, you downloaded the game the other day and you're stuck. RX, where are you stuck at? Definitely get those Twitch drops. They'll help you though. The Twitch drops are fantastic. Yeah, Plague, it is wild, man. It's very out of balance, I think. And I think people are just trying not to, like, I think a lot of people in power try not to talk about it because they think then it's not real. But I think eventually the bubble will pop. Xanthan gum is in everything? Yeah. Yeah, that's like one of the big, I mean, it's not even just in ice cream sandwiches. I've seen it in a lot of different things. I don't even know what it is, man. But get it out of my food. Anteve, thank you for the follow. Black Panther, Civil War, Yelena, which one to rank up first? If you don't have one that you like more than the other, which I always recommend ranking up champs you enjoy more than the meta champions most of the time. Then my pick would probably be... They're kind of on similar ground for me. I would probably... Oh, man. Yelena if you need more defensive things in your account. And then Black Panther if you want more attack-focused power in your account. Not to say, like, they can both be used for the other, like attack and defense, but I would probably lean whichever you need. Ascension's an important thing to look at too. And Awakening. I think Black Panther's Awakening is, like, you want him closer to max sig. I could be wrong on that though. I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and run for office. Swiss, will you be my financier? You willing to donate millions and millions and millions of dollars to my campaign? Honestly, dude, I don't think I could be a politician. It's way too shrewd. Like, I could not backstab that many people and make that many slimy deals. So I think, like, you kind of have to within reason. I think the days of, like, just a pure politician, and pure in the sense that they don't have any ties or any under-the-table agreements with people, I think those are over. They use insect shells and ice cream? That's gross, Pat. They probably put stuff like that in a lot of things you'd rather not know they put in there. You enjoy Yelena? Yelena's pretty good, man. I mean, she's not my cup of tea. I mean, neither is Black Panther, really. But I do think Yelena comes in pretty handy for a lot of things. Her guaranteed critical mechanic is pretty nice. And then her safeguard on defense is really nice. I'm too smart to be a politician? Well, thank you. That's not a high bar to clear, but thank you. I do have Ascended Scream. Yeah, my alliance, they balled out for that. Only Ascension 1, though. But still pretty nice. Maybe it's not over. You think the ones in power just need a generation change? Enough really old people up there. I just don't think that... All right. Disclaimer. Remember, please don't veer into politics. I want to comment on this, okay? I don't think politics or, like, the way things are going writ large will ever change as long as money is involved. Full stop. People are always going to be greedy and choose what's best for them. Everyone else be danged. The days of pure representation are gone. People just want money. It's the exact same way. If you look at the healthcare industry, it's corrupt as can be because of the insane amounts of money that can be made. Politics is the exact same way. I think, like, you can make the age argument. I definitely think that's an argument to be made. But at the end of the day, I really just don't think it matters. Money just corrupts everything. Anyway, that's all I'll say about that, though, without getting into sort of, like, party politics and stuff. Mutant Blenny, thank you for the follow. For the record, by the way, I think that applies to, like, video games too, man. Like, I don't think video games... I think a lot of the video games right now, the ones that are really good, is because they're, like, indie games. People that weren't just, like, obsessed with making their bottom line or, like, making their shareholders an extra dollar. I think, like, money has become so central to everything we do in society now. More so than it used to be, that it's just corrupted everything. That's my opinion, though. That being said, I would love to be super rich. May you ask, what are the drops? RX, it should tell you. That should be, like, somewhere in a drop-down menu in the chat. If it's not, Twitch has a like list where you can look at the active drop campaigns, and you can go to the Marvel Contest of Champions drops. But yeah. If you don't play ball as a politician, they will skull and crossbones you. Yes, they will, Pat. Yeah. The pivot back to video games. I thought it was pretty slick. I mean, it applies though. It's a legitimate thing. Like video games, food, politics. It really is. Like, the saying is the root of all evil. I 100% agree. Only Ascension 1, he says. Yeah, battle passes, I think, Jamal, I think they were really, really good, actually. I think they just started to be implemented. Okay, so Fortnite was like the OG battle pass. I mean, maybe there was something before that, but Fortnite was where it really blew up. Fortnite had a really good battle pass system. You could get it if you were free to play, and you could always have it. And you could make V-Bucks on top of that. It's since been nerfed, but in that period of time, other companies took it and they were too greedy with it. So they would make it so you can't earn it free to play, or you could buy the battle pass, but you could only get as much in-game currency as was needed to buy the next one. You could never get extra like you could in Fortnite. It was not player friendly. And then I think they made a bunch of money through the nose still. And so now you've seen Fortnite nerf theirs back a little bit. You've seen everywhere is a battle pass. Everything is a subscription model. That's a big thing too. I think subscriptions are killing people in general. Death by 1,000 cuts style. It's just rough. Speaking of rough, this matchup, not my fave. Man, I really hate that you can't intercept Spider-Punk. It's such a silly thing. But you would not believe how much that is the reason I get comboed by this man. The love of money. That's okay. Sorry, Wolverine. You're right. You're right. I think too many people love money or feel like they have to love money. What do I think the issue with Terax is with his... No, he is a pretty common defensive pick, Swiss. He's just like an old guard defensive champion. So I think he's been power prepped a little bit. That being said, I'm sure Ascension helps him a lot. I haven't play tested him Ascended at all though. I still don't know how they time that dash in where you can punish that special one. I can never get it. I don't know if it's like, because I know when to dash in. I don't know if it's just controller problems. Maybe it's a lot easier to do with a touchscreen. I don't know. The fall of gaming with pay to win started with COD? Yeah, I think so. The Call of Duty Battle Pass wasn't good. But it wasn't necessarily pay to win. But change to how they release DLC and stuff. Yeah, I think that's probably part of it. Just seeing such a big IP adopt such an like anti-consumer model and still make a lot of money. And then now you have like games like Overwatch where they'll sell one skin for like $30 or something absurd. The cosmetic economy is nuts. Oh, supply crates. Yeah. Supply drops. Did they do it or did Overwatch do it first? Or like Apex? Like they were a big thing for a while. I mean, CSGO crates maybe. Heck, dude, they were in Rocket League. I think supply drops did cook gaming a little bit for sure. Ooh, the rose skin was bad. That's true. I was terrorized by that skin for a long time. And the Gaia skin as well. That was really bad. Man, I just really don't want to fight a Yelena right now, you know? Man. Oh my gosh, that's a special 3? Whoops. Dude, we might be McSmoked. Let me attack your block. Oh, man. That was stressful. Easy peasy, though. Right, Jamal. Like, the companies are to blame in the sense that they just have one desire, and that's to just make tons and tons of money and improve shareholder value. But I agree, yeah, they just make too much money and the consumers let it happen. Like, the struggle is, oh, like the Call of Duty skins that cost like $30 or $60 or whatever. They're just making the bet that like enough people buy it. Like, yeah, their sales are less. They sell less things than they did when they had like the $2 camo in Black Ops 2 that you could buy or whatever. But they're making so much money because they charge so much, it doesn't matter. And that's unfortunately like the thought process of a lot of the big gaming companies right now. But that's why I say it's the year of the indie, man. The indie dev. And I'm all for it, personally. I like indie games. Do some housekeeping in the stash. What? Did I miss those? All right, chat. Before we hop out for the night, let's crack open all the crystals we've got. We're just going to run through these really quick and pop them. While we're doing that, though, if you are new to the stream and you've enjoyed yourself, if you've enjoyed our completely random conversation, which I hope you have, please do follow if you're on Twitch. We are live on YouTube as well if you'd like to subscribe over there so you can watch in the future without ads, so you can be part of the climb to 1,000 subscribers. You can head over there. The username over there should be the exact same as it is on Twitch. Same with the profile picture and stuff. It's the Dill Pickle himself, so make sure and do that, chat. Oh, also, if you're over on Twitch and you're farming them drops, don't worry, I will rate you guys over somewhere else. Hopefully there's a content creator on. If not, we'll just have to send you to someone. And yeah, we'll be live again tomorrow at the exact same time as per our regularly scheduled programming. So whatever 2 hours ago is for you, that's when we'll be live. Do we have any basics? All right, we got one. We got one 7-star to close it out, chat. If you're new here, we've been hunting Spider-Ham for over a year now. He's the only one we're looking for right now. I think there's a couple other basic champs we're missing, but he's the only one we care about. Let's see if we can get him tonight. And Gambit. Almost Nat Sig 200, I'm pretty sure. Ah, that hurts. SL4236. Yeah, he is Sig 200. Ouch. Okay. Yikes. All right, well, we struck out. Anyway, thank you guys for dropping by. Everybody go ahead and give yourselves a crisp high five. Have a good rest of your night, a good rest of your day, whatever it is for you. And I'll catch you in the next one. If you're on Twitch, just hold on tight and I'll send you over somewhere. If you're over on YouTube, adios.